Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Fork. In this video we're going to speak about the most important news that happening in the last 24 hours. We are going to speak about the reasons for this dump. We're going to speak about the staking, that there is a problems right now with SEC and staking, what is actually happening in the market, and of course we are going to speak and make a technical analysis for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and of course Aptos, because a lot of people, a lot of my community is asking in the comments below. By the way guys, if you are watching my video for the first time and you still didn't click on the like and the subscribe button, this is the right time to do it. So let's go and speak about the prices of the Bitcoin and Ethereum, and of course, but before of that, I want to speak about the stable coin of Binance that right now rise by 3%, guys. Stable coin prices should be $1 always, but look at what's happening right now with the Binance token. And this is happening because a lot of people right now are selling their cryptos and they are buying stable coins because there is a mini panic. There is a lot of FUD right now that happening with all the cryptocurrencies that have something, that have a connection, that working with proof of stake, that are staked, like Ethereum, ADA Cardano, Sol, Dot. Let's speak about the prices of the Bitcoin. 21,700. The price of the Bitcoin fall by 3.86 percentages in the last 24 hours. The price for Ethereum, yes, that working by proof of stake, and you can stake it, fall by 5 percentages. Let's see what happening with the Solana, 8 percentages, Polkadot, Dot, 8 percentages, and ADA Cardano, 6.37 percentages. So let's go by details. What's actually happening? These problems with stakes. What's happening with all the cryptocurrencies that will be staked if SEC of the United States of America will make something bad against this staking system. So the CEO of Ripple told us that energizing global regulation progress amid SEC offensive. So actually what's happening right now, that the SEC start to work with cryptocurrencies and he's starting to regulate a lot of crypto exchanges, a lot of cryptocurrencies, coins, tokens. So actually what's happening right now, that there will be more and more rules against cryptocurrencies that in the future will protect the investors. Of course, I will give an example what's happening actually right now with Kraken. The Coinbase, it's very, very important that Coinbase told us that they will continue with the staking rewards. So actually, we will go to the details as always with this news. I will give you one token that actually will be like example of which staking tokens I think that will be banned. And this is very, very important, because if the CEO of Ripple is actually making comments on what's happening right now in the cryptocurrency world, by the way, with Ripple, I think that this is very, very positive. It means, and I think that Ripple will win, of course, the progress that happening right now against SEC. I think that Ripple will win this case. Of course, they might pay few hundreds of millions of dollars, but again, or tens of millions of dollars, but for Ripple, it's a very small money, because Ripple is a big corporation with strong lawyers. Ripple know what they are doing, and I think that all this FUD is actually happened just in order to make lower prices for all these coins, for all these tokens like Ethereum, like ADA Cardano, Sol, Dot, and this is just a reason to make this dump with this FUD against the stake tokens. So what's happened in the last 24 hours is a cryptocurrency exchange like Kraken shut down crypto staking because SEC told them to do it. They are agreed to shut down their staking program. So what's happened with Kraken is that they actually listed, let's call it tokens that gave a very high percentages with staking, and right now Kraken will going to pay 30 million of US dollars. Again, for Kraken, this is a very small money because Kraken is one of the biggest exchange in the world, and this is very, very good for the long term for cryptocurrencies, because if the SEC is going to regulate cryptocurrencies, so more tokens, and I will show you which kinds, from my opinion, will be banned, not Ethereum and not other Cardano, as everyone right now is afraid. I think that Vitaly Buterin, that actually make from proof of work to proof of stake just in the last few months, he's smart guy and he know what he's doing. And I think that, for example, like Charles Hoskinson, that actually the CEO of Ada Cardano, very smart guy, and again he know what he's doing. I think that other, let's call it category of tokens, will be banned, and we will speak about that just in a few minutes. So this is very, very important because there is a lot of FUD that the SEC will ban the staking of Ethereum, of Cardano, of Solana, of Polkadot, and all these cryptocurrencies gonna have a huge, huge problems. Again, I think that the CEOs of all the biggest tokens, that working with smart contracts, are very smart people like Vitaly Buterin and like Charles Hoskinson, as I gave before this example, and I think that they know what they are doing. But what is going to happen right now in all the cryptocurrency world, and this is very, very good for the cryptos. Let's speak about tokens as crowd. I don't know if a lot of people are heard about that, but this is a very known project that actually gave us 60 percentages as a staking. So, for example, if you are staking 100 million of tokens of crowd, in 1 year from now, you will have 160 million tokens of crowd. So actually what is happening, that a lot of people that don't understand what's happening behind the scenes, and we will speak about what's happening behind the scenes in project like this, for example, is people are buying this token, make staking, and of course they thinking that in 1 year they will have more by 60 percentages in US dollars. But what's happening in tokens like that is actually that people are staking their tokens, and the price of the token is falling much, much harder than you are receiving. For example, just 1 year ago, this crowd token, the price was 0.16 US dollars, and right now the price is 0.00 13. And this is very, very important just to understand this banning, this potential banning of these staking tokens, because I think that people that actually know, that actually the CEOs and the developers of Ethereum, Cardano, for example, let's speak about Solana and Polkadot, the leaders of these tokens are know what they are doing, and all this FUD against these cryptocurrencies, against the cryptocurrencies that are going to be staked, is actually just in order that the big money, that the smart money will buy these tokens with much lower prices. And actually look at what's happening right now with Binance token, and this is very, very important, and just another example why a lot of people are right now, and this is just um, another show what people right now are selling their cryptocurrencies and buying stable coins like UST, and of course Binance UST that rise by 3 percentages just in the last 24 hours. So this is just one example of tokens that giving a very, very high percentages of staking with their own token, but there is nothing behind the token. And this is very important to understand, because the owners of this project are actually having like 99.9 percentages of all the market cap of all the token, of all the supply. And this is very important to understand, because these percentages of people that buying this token are actually buying from the owners. And this is why the owners, I gave this huge amount, huge percentages of staking. It might be even 500 percentages of staking. It doesn't matter, because this token is not worth nothing. And when the people that believe in project like this are buying, then the owners are actually selling them the coins, the tokens, and we can see that what happened. And we saw that very huge volume this token have. It means that a lot of people are really believed in this token, and the SEC are coming right now to the market in order to protect these people that actually don't understand how project can give a staking of 60 projects. I want to tell from my point of view that actually every project that gives more than 5-7 percentages in a yearly profits in their own token, I think that something here is very, very suspicious. Be careful with things like that. And of course, it's very, very interesting that actually Coinbase said, telling us that they will continue to provide the staking services following Kraken news. And actually, it is happening, and a lot of people are know already that Coinbase have connections with the SEC. They have connections with people that actually sitting in the White House, and actually, we can see that they are providing and they are developing the Coinbase, and they are just giving more and more reasons why people should use Coinbase. By the way, guys, if you have your money, your crypto on Kraken, be aware, because when SEC is starting to make problems with staking, with cryptocurrencies exchanges, we already saw what happened before. And this is very important, because when we see the first stage, when the SEC is started to be interested in something, in crypto exchange, in token, it might be very, very bad for this exchange or token. We already saw it with Ripple CEO that actually have this case for already few years. So again, be very, very careful. And I think that these problems are just started, and a lot of people will go right now to the Coinbase. And actually, what's happened to the Coinbase that's regulated by the USA or United States of America is actually that they can might give your information to the people that's sitting in right house. So they everything and everyone will know that you holding in cryptocurrencies. This is very, very to understand the details of this move, why actually Kraken got problems, but actually Coinbase right now is developing from the problems of Kraken, and this is very, very important to understand. Of course, I want to speak about the hype with the AI technologies. By the way, guys, if you are interested to make me a forecast about, of course, about the Chat GPT and what I think that will happen with this technology, we can see that Microsoft CEO founder Bill Gates said that Chat GPT will change our world. Actually, I agree with him, because yesterday just I worked with this Chat GPT, and actually it's overloaded. A lot of people right now are chatting with this chat, and this is very, very important, because this is like a very smart bot that know everything what you are asking him. For example, you want to cook a pie, so in Google you are writing how to cook a pie, and you have thousands of results that maybe 50% of them are even not relevant anymore. But in ChatGPT, he's writing the most relevant information, and you can chat with him and you can ask him whatever you want. This is very, very cool thing. This is a very, very cool tool that just will develop in the future. If you are interested in forecasts about ChatGPT and about all the AI technologies, then of course, guys, write me in the comments below. Please don't forget to click on the like button. This is very, very important for me, and on the subscribe button on this video. So let's speak about very, very negative thing that happened in the last 48 hours, that local Bitcoins is shutting down after 10 years of operation. This is very, very negative, because this was one of the oldest, and maybe even the oldest, P2P platform to buying bitcoins. And all these people who bought 10 years ago cryptocurrencies should be very, very negative right now. And we can see that all these news are started approximately in the same time. We can see that local bitcoins are told us this news that they are going to close, and all this negativity of staking started approximately in the same time. This is very, very important to understand that right now we're just searching for a reason. This manipulator just searching for a reason how to make a dump all the Bitcoin, because as we saw since January of 2023, we rised from 16,500 US dollars to 24,000 US dollars, and they just search of how make this FUD, because I think that all the FUD with the staking is just a fad, and this is against cryptocurrencies like you see right now in front of your eyes. This is just one example, and we have a lot of cryptocurrencies that giving us a staking process of 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 percentages per year. And you have to understand that for making profit from these kinds of tokens, you have to have a reason, and no one will give you a very good and a positive token with this high amount of staking. For example, Ethereum and Cardano, you have 3 to 5 percentages a yearly staking, and this is very, very important to understand. So let's go to the most important thing, the one of the most important thing that a lot of people are asking me. Let's go to make a technical analysis to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and of course Aptos. Guys, if you have any questions, always ask me in the comments below. You want me to make it for chess technical analysis to the next token, write me in the comments below. This is very, very important. So you can see these lines, they are ready for our last video. I just added this line, and this is very important because you see that nothing is actually changed. This small dump from 24,000 to 22,000 is actually liquidated all the long position that have much more than 10. We might fall even to 20,800. Again, this is not a financial advice, but this is the next small support level, 20,800. If we are falling for that, the next station, the next stop is 18,300 US dollars for one Bitcoin. But of course, this is a very negative scenario that I don't think that will happen in the near future, because I think that this news about staking and this news about what's happening right now with cryptocurrencies, in the short term, everyone will understand, of course, what they mean. And right now, there is a small panic that will disappear with the time. So our next support level is 21,700. If we are breaking this support level, very, very important to see what will happen with 20,800. Then we have a small support here, guys, at 900, 900. 9,000, 19,400. But again, we can see that everything that's happening right now, let's see this, let's make it correct. So as you can see, this is the next support levels for Bitcoin, but the next resistance levels is as it was before, 25,000, 125,000. But right now there is another resistance level, 24,200. So be careful. But again, what's happening right now with the cryptocurrency is actually what happened a few days ago. This is fine that we will see these crazy pumps and these crazy dumps in the short term, guys. So this is for Bitcoin. Let's go for the prices for Ethereum. In Ethereum, we can see again the same thing. We can see the new support level of actually 1,500 US dollars for Ethereum. If we are breaking that, then we can even touch the 1,400 US dollars for one Ethereum. The next stop is 1,300 for Ethereum. But again, as you can see, as before, guys, we already was in this channel. We was in 1,500, then we went to 1,700 again, and again. So we see that actually nothing is happened, but I'm seeing a lot of panic in the market, and I think that that was the target of these people that made this crazy dump in the markets. In the Solana, this is very, very important to see that our resistance of 28,000 even didn't touch, and I think that this is very, very negative for Solana. We can see that by percentages, there is a huge, huge fall to the downside to the next support level of 15. This is about 25 percentages potential dump in Solana, and this is very, very important to see it because we are again in this crazy channel of the problems that start with FTX. This is very, very important to see what will happen in Solana. Of course, in the short term, we can see this resistance level from where we start this dump of 23, 24 of Solana. This is very, very important to see what will happen, guys, with this with this channel. This is very, very important to see what will happen in the short term. Again, the next support level is just 15. Next small resistance 24. Next huge resistance is 28. This is actually where we saw this crazy volume of much higher than we saw before of that. So let's go to the Aptos. In Aptos, this is very important to understand that we don't see history for like years like we see in Ethereum and Bitcoin. So for Aptos, we can saw that when we broke this resistance of 10.5, we went up to 20.3, 20.5, and this is very important because then when we fell, we saw this 50.5, 50.4 level of actually support level that we broke to the downside, but right now the next support level for Aptos is 20.5, 20.4. This is very important because if we are breaking this level, we might went to the levels of 10.5. This is the level where we start this pump to the upside, and we can see that this is the resistance level. This is resistance level of Aptos since October of 2022, guys. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please don't forget to make subscribe and like to my channel. If you have any questions, you can always ask me in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching my videos. See you in the next cryptocurrency video. My name is CryptoFork, and see you. Bye bye.